Alright, it's wonderful being here. It's been a while you see this face. Now today we'll be discussing on blogging. Yeah, as you might have been hearing for a while now, blogging. Some people say I'm a blogger. So in our next site, we'll be developing a blog site. And we'll see how to monetize a blog site and how to get wonderful results through blogging and from blogging. So I decided to create this course, this short video on what blogging is, so that you have an idea of blogging and you know how to improvise when we start creating our blog. As the case may be, I want us to see how we can leverage on this to make some money online, as the case is. So first of all, let's begin. What is blogging? Blogging is the act of adding content to a blog site as a means to pass information to the audience. So basically, when you are blogging, you're adding content. When you add content, maybe text, audios, or videos to a website with the idea of passing out information to a large audience, then basically you are blogging. That's what a blogging is. So we use this word blog site. What blog site? So let's look. What is a blog site? A blog site is a form of website that is designed specifically with the goal to deal extensively on a particular subject or niche. So when you are developing or when you develop a blog site, basically what you are doing is you are creating a website on a particular subject or on a particular niche, as the case may be. So that is what a blog site is, and that is what we'll be developing in our next class. Now, what are some niche? There are several niche in blogging. So let's look at some of these niche in which you can develop a blog site and from there monetize it if you wish or if you like. There's the education niche, there is politics niche, there is religion niche, there is tourism niche, there is meal niche, there is sports. There are several of them. So now I do encourage, when you want to blog on something you have interest in. Don't just say I want to blog and go to a niche you do not have interest, because basically you'll be writing, and writing is work if you actually it's not something you have passion about. So it will be difficult for you to really do well as a blogger on that niche, and it won't help you. Now, let me give you some niche ideas, as the case is. Now, so some niche ideas. Now, as in education as an example, you can decide and say you want to start blogging on basic mathematics. Instead of saying you want to start, why you say you want to blog on everything that relates to education? Education is very large. There's tertiary, there's secondary, there is primary. And even in primary, there are a lot of things. So if you really make it well as a blogger, one thing you must do, and if your blog site will rank on Google, then you should ensure that your blog site is very specific. So blog sites that do well are blog sites that are very specific. They pick a subject matter that they know is need of people, that people are looking for information on, and they discuss extensively on it. In basic mathematics, I can decide to choose from primary 1 to primary 2. I look at all the subjects, all the topics inside the subject. I look at how, so there are several things I can talk on, just on basic mathematics. And Google will easily rank my site because it is much more focused. And technopolitics, another example of an idea niche is technopolitics. You can decide to talk on how technology can be embedded into politics. There are several ideas just to take our time. For Prophet Isaiah can be a niche idea. You can decide to talk under religion. You can decide to talk on a particular subject. You can decide to talk on church as a whole. For example, here's an example. I run a blog called churchpalava.com. You can check my site, churchpalava.com. So if you enter this, I run this blog site. So basically on this blog site, what I do is I give information about happenings, news of happenings in the church. So you can decide to run a blog site on a particular note or on a particular issue. So any Jessa, traveling as an example, it can be a niche. You can decide to talk on particular places or specific places. So smoking meat as a food, as a meal, cricket playing, solar panel, anything you feel you can extensively talk on, and you know that is a need of people today. Develop a website on it. Once you develop a website on it, believe me, there are several ways you can make money on the internet right from your home. Now imagine you have a website that has ranked on Google. Google themselves can decide to advertise on your website. There are many companies out there that want to advertise on your website, and of course they don't advertise for free. There are several things you can do. There are several ways you can make money on a blog site. The first thing is go choose a niche. Think on a niche you are much more convenient with, number one. Then be sure that it is something you have interest in and you can easily work on or develop your idea on. Number two. Then let's go to the next stage. Blog domain name. Now, it is always advisable when you are developing a blog site, let your domain name, we say domain name is www.socialthing.com. Let your domain name tally with what your blog site is all about. So it will help Google in ranking number one. It will make people themselves to easily comprehend what they are saying. Look at this my blog site as an example. Churchpalava.com. When anybody hears the word churchpalava, okay, it's something that relates to the church. So you can say basicmathematics.com, basicmathematics.tk. So just think of traveling, ibadantravelers.com. That's a very niche idea. As an example, personally, I am one of Google local guides, and my name as one of Google local guides is Ibadan Guide. So I can develop a blog site that are talks on Ibadan travelers. Yeah, I have something related to that there, where I give information on Ibadan, how people can locate strategic places within Ibadan. So if I build a blog site on it, which of course I will, at the long run, what do I do there? I will basically be giving direction, be telling on so thing, and definitely anybody all around the world that's coming to Ibadan, Google will rank my site. And once Google is ranking my site, you are good to go. You understand, like that. So let your blog site name tallies with your niche idea. It's very important. So I see it necessary to introduce you to blogging. So now I'll go and buy the hosting, and then we will develop our blog sites through that hosting service through a free domain name. Thank you.